As most of you may know, the Nintendo Switch 2 got announced last month. The most anticipated Nintendo console, and one of the worst kept secrets in gaming history. Cause of this, it's also no surprise that the reveal trailer ended up being very popular and that it shook the whole internet. It got so popular in its first couple days that it turned into the #1 in gaming trending and #4 in overall trending. At the moment, the trailer has 20 million views and 1 million likes, which just goes to show much people wanted this console, myself included, and how long we were waiting for this announcement. From my perspective, I was shocked too. I was just in the canteen during the 30-minute break at school, and then the reveal just suddenly popped up on my homepage when I booted up YouTube, 7 minutes after it was posted. So yeah, I'm very excited for it too. Now to dive a bit more into the Switch 2 itself and my hopes. I think the Switch 2 is a very good name. Saying the Switch 2 is a terrible name and just a boofed up Switch is like saying the PlayStation 2, the most sold gaming console, is a terrible name and just a boofed up PlayStation 1. Y'all don't complain about Sony naming their PlayStations by numbers too, right? So why complain about Nintendo? It just confuses and annoys me. Anyway, as you know, we have the Switch for like over 7 years now, and the other versions of it didn't really work. The Switch OL didn't really work cause it doesn't really add anything and just costs more, like the PS5 Pro. And with the Switch Lite, you can't even play a handful of games cause you can't snap the Joy-Cons. For example, Super Mario Party can't be played entirely cause you need Joy-Cons for everything, which was honestly a dumb move on Nintendo's side. I'm glad they learned from it. You basically can't play Nintendo Switch Sports cause a majority of the game uses motion controls. And for Super Mario Party Jamboree, as you can see, Nintendo learned from their mistakes. Even though Mario Party Superstars was fully non-motion controlled, Nintendo learned a good lesson from both and kind of mixed them together. Even though a small part of the game is inaccessible to Switch Lite players, they still can get the big experience that the game has to offer. But now to go back to the main subject, the Switch Lite sucked. So I hope Nintendo learned their lesson and let the possible Switch to Lite have actual Joy-Cons. Now to go over to some things you all may have missed. The screen and the Joy-Cons are bigger. The Joy-Con's color is inverted too, though the color of the right Joy-Con is slightly more orange than the original Switch, which I think is a cool change, and the outside part of the screen is made smoother. An extra USB port is added as well. New things we got for the Joy-Cons though, is a C button. My best guess is that it will have the same feature as clicking on the R stick, aka the right control stick, so it's more obvious on which button you need to press. We also have the possible mouse feature, which could be for some games that use some kind of mouse. So now we can just use motion controls like on the Wii, instead of needing to use the L stick, aka the left control stick, which is a lot slower and somewhat more complicated. Well, that's all that was shown new of the Switch 2 in the trailer. On the other side, it's still the good old hybrid Switch with TV compatibility and a TV controller. Also one more thing is the Switch 2 experience, which I have good news for. I won the lottery for it. I still press F to pay respect for the ones who didn't gotten though. Anyway, let's move on to the other big thing. This trailer showed us Mario Kart 9. I was one of the few people who realized this was a new Mario Kart on the get-go. Something probably none of us missed is that this Mario Kart will have 24 players, since we saw 24 starting positions. That must mean that the roster of Mario Kart 9 will be massive. And you know what else is massive? Low taper fade. Anyway, if the Mario Kart 9 roster won't be massive, yes, I'll keep saying massive. A meme is not gonna stop me from saying a completely normal word. I just hope we'll get a lot of alts in the game to compensate for it. And maybe also for the fact that there might be no crossover characters this time around. Which, if I'm being really honest, don't mind. This is Mario Kart, not Nintendo Kart. A feature I really hope we are getting. is a track editor. Just like with Super Mario Maker 3 with a mouse feature. You can't miss out on this. Just imagine it. We are able to create our own courses on a massive grid. If I needed to choose the Mario Kart styles, I would choose Super Mario Kart, cause it's the first one. Mario Kart 64, cause it's the first one with 3D courses, though it still has many 2D graphics. Mario Kart Double Dash, cause it's the first one to be fully 3D, and of course cause it has the unique 2 people on a kart style. Mario Kart Wii, cause it introduced the legendary bikes, the half pipes, and cause it's just the GOAT. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, cause it introduced anti-gravity and it already has gliding and underwater driving from Mario Kart 7, meaning that game style won't be needed. Now you may ask 2 things. Why Mario Kart 8 Deluxe style and not base Mario Kart 8 style, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has bikes too, so why is a Mario Kart Wii style still needed? Well, for the first question, base Mario Kart 8 doesn't have Ultra Mini turbos. Already a pretty good reason to use a Deluxe version instead. For the second question, bikes had something in Mario Kart Wii that they don't have in 8 Deluxe. Which wheelies, which made them legendary and broken as hell. Literally every world record in Wii is set by someone who used a bike. That's what gives Wii its charm and what makes it legendary. And now for the last game style, we of course have Mario Kart 9. The game which has this mode. Nintendo really can't let this track builder mode be super limited, since people, mainly modders, would then just simply switch back to CTGP, which we already had since Mario Kart Wii, and now I know what you guys are thinking. There is almost no way Nintendo is actually doing this, but even to my surprise, they were asked about it before 8's release and Nintendo said that they wouldn't make a Mario Kart Maker or make a track builder mode now, but probably in the future. Now, 11 years later, here we are. The track builder mode, or the whole game being a track builder, could be the main reason why it took Nintendo over a decade to release a fully new home console Mario Kart. We of course also need a new mechanic for this Mario Kart, and to be honest, I can't imagine what it would be. It could be the original drill feature for Mario Kart 8, or more courses would feature the route change mechanic, and it wouldn't just be with simple red or green arrows, but you can see them having wheels and moving out of the way. As you can see in the trailer, there's these mechanic arrows with wheels, and I'm pretty confident that this'll be their feature for many courses. We also see moving cones. One last thing about Mario Brothers Circuit. Is it me, or it feels more like a freeway in the middle of nowhere? Similar to the Desert Bus custom track from Mario Kart Wii. Just like that track too, this course seems to have the longest straightforward way ever in Mario Kart history. This could even more confirm the track builder, and that you're able to work on a very large grid. I'm very excited, but I guess we'll have to wait till the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, so Nintendo can confirm this. Though it's still the question if they'll actually talk about Mario Kart 9, since it's the Switch 2 Direct after all. And if the Direct is short, it's likely there won't be enough time. But time will tell. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.